Is audio and video both okay? Are we good to go? Okay, so this is our PPB's class. So we are starting today the PPB session. So when we talk about JAIIB, if I talk about the JAIIB, if you are preparing for the first time, so you know that there are 4 papers. Okay, the paper 1 is your IEIFS, that is Indian Economy and Indian Financial System. Second, we have PPB, that is Principles and Practices of Banking. Third, you have AFM, and the fourth, you have your RBWM. So these are the 4 subjects in your JAIIB preparation. Okay, these 4 subjects you have to cover. So paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, all the 4 papers, or I can say each paper have 4 modules. Like in every paper, you have to find out that there are 4 modules. If we talk about the syllabus of these subjects, the maximum syllabus is in PPB. It has 55 units. How many units are there? We have 55 units. In IEIFS, you will find 45 units. In AFM, you will find the same, that is 45 units. And in the retail banking and wealth management, you see 30 units are there. So now you can see the PPB, Principles and Practices of Banking, it have a largest syllabus. So it means we have to prepare accordingly. And now we have to focus, or we have to work on our preparation for this particular exam with the right strategy. Right strategy says that focus on what is required. So what is required? That's what we are going to talk in this particular session. So welcome to this session. And today we will be talking about the PPB's orientation class. So let's start the session. And as I have given you the basic idea of the exam, and I guess you all know about that. But now let's start the orientation class. So this is not a kind of class in which we only talk about that this is this and that's all. No, we are going to talk about each and every strategy that have to be followed to clear this paper. What was the key takeaways of May 2023, October 2023? Because from May 2023, we have seen the syllabus have been changed. Before that, there used to be 3 subjects. Now we have 4 subjects, and the syllabus also have been changed. So from May 2023, the level of paper, the pattern of asking question have been changed by the IABF. And that's what we have to focus on. We have to focus on like what should be done next. Okay, so that's what we are going to discuss. So first of all, this is our class, first class of your PPB. That's the orientation class. This is your resolution batch. Now, first, let's meet the team of your resolution batch. So there are 3 mentors. First, Niharika ma'am is there, and I guess you have all met Niharika ma'am because the AFM classes already started from your 10th of January. So Niharika ma'am started AFM classes from 10th of January, and today on 13th, I am starting your PPB. Okay, so we know accounts is the kind of subject that somehow maximum bankers face problem in. So that's why we started the subject earlier. Now, if we talk about PPB, it's a kind of subject with which you will feel related to. Because when it comes to the principles and practices of banking, it is the same thing which you are actually having experience in the banking job. Like whatever you are doing in a bank, all those things, all those functions of a bank that you have performed, all those terminology you will find in this particular subject. But still, what happened in October 2023, there were a lot of people who were not able to get better score in this subject. They passed the subject with the 50 or 45 minimum marks, but not able to get better score. Earlier, bankers used to get better score, and this PPB used to be their overall scoring subject, but it was not happened in October 2023 paper. Why? We will discuss in this session further. So first of all, there are certain important things I want to tell you about JAIIB. There are 4 subjects. Each subject have 4 modules, and the units I have already told you. This is the passing criteria. First of all, first attempt or single attempt, if you are giving minimum 45 marks in each paper, an aggregate 20 marks is required. It means the first condition says 2 criteria is there. If you want to clear your paper in single attempt, then in each subject, minimum 45 marks are required. But in overall, combined marks of all the 4 subjects, you need 200 marks. Okay, or we can say 50% marks, because the whole JIB paper of yours is 400 marks. So out of that 50% marks, it means 200 is required. With this, 45 in each subject have to be there. This is the minimum marks. Okay, this is required. Now, apart from that, if we talk about, if you want to go for a 1 subject, 2 subject, or 3 subject, you do not want to clear in single attempt all the 4 subjects. You are going only for 1 subject or 3 subjects, whatever. Then you need minimum 50 marks in the subject. Here, if you get 45 in each and overall 200, it means, let's say, for example, AFM is a tough subject as per the bankers. So you scored only 45 marks in AFM. So what you can do, just get 50 marks in PPB. Okay, next 50 marks in IE you have got 50 marks in retail banking. So you have to manage somehow. Like minimum 45 is required in each subject, but if, let's say, if you get 45 in all the 4 subjects, it will not give you the overall 200. So this is what you have to have. These are the 2 conditions. Now, total number of attempts are 5 in 3 years. 5 attempts will be given to you. Now, next we have, now we are starting our class, PPB orientation class. Okay, so I will be your mentor for PPB as well as IE, IFS, for all the English medium batches as well as the bilingual batches for your JIB preparation. Okay, so let's start. First, when we talk about PPB, the certain things you have to remember. The first thing is there are 4 modules. And PPB used to have 5 modules, but it is removed. The certain part of the PPB, that was the marketing, have been removed from here and enter in your RBWM subject. So now it have only 4 subject. 100 questions will be there, 100 marks will be there, 120 minutes will be given to you for this paper. There is no negative marking and the different pattern of questions will be asked. Okay, and when we talk about the pattern of questions you are looking for, the first pattern will be your, or the maximum questions will be asked from which pattern? The case study pattern questions. So the first and maximum questions can be seen from the case study pattern. The second pattern you have, that is your statement-based question. Okay, next you can have statement-based questions. Statement-based questions means they have given you which of the following statement is correct or incorrect, or about CRR, which of the following statement is correct. These kind of statements have been given to you. Out of that, you have to answer which statement is correct. Okay. Now, third, you can find filling the blanks question. And now they are not asking filling the blanks like one-liner filling the blanks question have been given. No, they are giving you the paragraphs. In the paragraphs, they will give you 3 to 4 filling the blanks. And you have to answer the question for that. Okay. And the fourth pattern will be your match the following. And the last and less asked questions pattern is one-liner questions. Okay, so these are the 6 pattern of questions that can be seen in the paper, and it's not only for your PPB, it is for IE, IFS, your RBWM, AFM, all. You can have also, you can also see that certain numerical questions are also there. Numerical questions will definitely be there. In all the 4 subjects of yours, you have a numerical questions. Like in IE, IFS, numerical questions are there. In PPB, numerical questions are there. Okay. Apart from that, we also have retail banking, and AFM is totally your numerical. So numerical questions will also be there. Now, next, paper 2, PPB we are talking about. So it have 4 modules. First module is general banking operation. It totally talk about, okay, this module totally talks about the general operations of a bank, like related to KYC, AML, okay, related to your customer due diligence. Apart from, say, we can say related to your FATF regulations, considerations, about your types of deposit accounts, about types of customers a bank can have. These kind of general operations topics is given under the module A. Module B talk about the functions of bank, like what functions bank are performing. Then banking technology, and the fourth one is ethics in banks. These are the 4 modules. Now, if we talk about these 4 modules, the module A and B have more weightage in the paper. The reason behind it, because it have more syllabus. Out of, there are total how many units? 55 units are there, right? I have told you. Out of 55 units, 1 to 41 units will be in your module A and B only. So you can see the syllabus is very vast. Okay, now next we have module C and D. Module C and D have a 40% weightage, and it's start from 42nd unit to 55 units. So now you can simply see the module C and D have less syllabus. If it has a less syllabus, it means very obvious the weightage in the paper will be less. Okay, but now one more important thing. The key takeaway I want to add. From which exam? From October 2023. Shift-wise difficulty level changed, and pattern of asking questions changed. Now, what does it mean? So what we have found in our analysis, or we have got feedback from our earlier students who have given October 2023 paper, they said that, ma'am, the first and second shift was good. They have properly divided the question from all the modules. But what happened in the shift 3? Maximum questions have been asked from the module C. And some bankers also given us such kind of feedback that they said we were not feeling like we are giving a paper of principles and practices of banking. We were feeling at the time of paper that we are giving some technical paper, because it's all about the banking technology, what technology banks use for providing each and every services. So this is what we're talking about here. Hannah, this is what we're talking about here. This happened in your October 2023 paper. One more key takeaway I want to add. The maximum questions were from the case study. Now, case study questions, somehow you feel it's easy to do, but you need a lot of things to cover this particular questions. Anjali ma'am, ये आपका बैच जो है, ये आपका बाइलिंगुअल बैच नहीं है, इंग्लिश मीडियम बैच है. बाइलिंगुअल बैच जो है आपका वो 7 से 8 चल रहा है शाम को, है ना? तो आपने गलत बैच में ज्वाइन कर लिया यहाँ पे अभी. So that's what I'm saying. The case study questions have been asked maximum, and they need a lot of study, because if you want to attempt the case study question, 3 things are required. The first thing you have to have, that is conceptual understanding. Like you should know about the term. You should know about the topic they are talking about. Second, you should know about like whatever topic they are asking for. You should know which section, which act, which provision, which norms have been given about this topic. And the third, your decision-making power. These 3 things are required to answer this question. Okay, these 3 things are required to answer this question. Clear? So what we're talking about here, when it comes to your PPB, make sure, let's say, for example, the question they are asking about the promissory note. So you know promissory note is a negotiable instrument defined under the section 4 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So first you should know what is promissory note. Second, you should know what actually the promissory note regulations are. Like you should know section 4 says what about the promissory note. And then you have to have decision-making power to answer this question. Okay, like if this kind of promissory notes comes to the bank branch, what should be done? So they will create a kind of practical environment in a question, and you have to answer that. So these case study questions are time taking, and they need much more knowledge. Okay, so this is these are the 4 modules, and I have told you the 2 first module have maximum weightage because they have more syllabus comparative to the other 2. And these 2 are the very important key takeaways from October 2023. In May 2023, paper was very easy in PPB, and students actually got 70, 75 plus marks. Okay, but now obviously we have to focus more. because the pattern they have changed. Achha, apart from that, now let's discuss the syllabus in little detail. So you can see the module A talks about the general banking operation. It talks about what? The general banking operation. So the banker customer relationship, AML guidelines, operational aspect of KYC, opening account of various types of customer, operational aspect of deposit accounts, operational aspect of handling, clearing, collection, cash, banker special relationship, foreign exchange remittance facility, operational aspect of NRI business, foreign currency account for residents and other aspects, cash management services and its importance. Next, payment and collection of check and other negotiable instrument, responsibility of paying bank, responsibility of collecting bank, ancillary services means the related services, financial inclusion, financial literacy, customer service guidelines, duties and rights of a banker and the customer, grievance redressal and RBI integrated ombudsman scheme, then Consumer Protection Act 2019, Right to Information Act 2005. So these are the 21 units in general banking operation. Achha, if I ask a very basic question from you, like this integrated ombudsman scheme was introduced by RBI in 2021. How many ombudsman schemes have been merged to get the integrated ombudsman scheme by RBI? How many ombudsman scheme have been merged to create integrated ombudsman scheme? Answer, please. अंजलि मैम बाइलिंगुअल में पीपीबी स्टार्ट हो रहा है 23rd ऑफ जनवरी से, है ना? 23rd ऑफ जनवरी से आपका स्टार्ट होगा पीपीबी इन द बाइलिंगुअल बैच. टाइमिंग के लिए आप एप्लीकेशन में देख लो, ठीक है? टाइमिंग मुझे अभी नहीं याद है, आप एप्लीकेशन पे देखो, अपडेटेड है स्टडी प्लान आपका. यस सर, दिस इज अ रेजोल्यूशन बैच. No, it's not 2, it is 3. The first one answer of yours is correct, sir. Those who are watching us on YouTube, you also answer in the comment section. I'm checking your comment as well. Anna, and if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubt here because I'm checking your comment simultaneously. So first of all, this is what we have discussed. Anna, that's what we have talked about. Like what actually will be there in your module A. So module A have, one second. Okay, so module A have these chapters and there are 3 schemes have been merged. Like first was ombudsman scheme, banking ombudsman scheme, then ombudsman scheme for NBFCs and ombudsman scheme for digital transactions. All these 3 have been merged and we have got the integrated ombudsman scheme. Achha, if I talk about KYC, KYC is known as Know Your Customer. It's a very important chapter of your module A, है ना? So the second, third, fourth, these 3 units are very huge because it talks about each and every aspect of AML, KYC, CFT guidelines in very much detail. Okay, so these are the 3 very detailed units have been given to you. So if I talk about KYC, KYC is a process that have to be compiled by all the banks and financial institutions. Okay, all the banks and financial institutions have to have KYC to know their customer. So now when you are doing KYC, the certain documents are required. Let's say, for example, identity proof, photo identity proof, address proof, and the photograph. These are the KYC document. To provide your photo identity, second, your address proof, you have to give OVD documents, that is official valid document. So my question from you is, how many official valid documents are there? Okay, how many official valid documents are there? Yes, this is the first lecture of PPB, Rajesh sir. This is the orientation class of PPB. But this is the English medium batch. If you are looking for a bilingual batch, that will be starting from 23rd. Shine, sir, the resolution batch started from 10th of January from the subject AFM. So AFM started on 10th. PPB we are starting today, that is 13th of January. Yes, very good. We have total how many? We have your 6 official valid documents, right? And if I'm talking about PAN card, can you say PAN card is an official valid document? PAN card is an official valid document, yes or no? Let me know. PAN card is an official valid document, yes or no? Very good. No, it used to be, not anymore. Correct. So this is your module A. You can see a lot of units are there. Now, second, if we talk about module B, it is the function of banks, like the principle of lending, different types of borrowers you have, and types of credit facility, appraisal, assessment of credit facility, operational aspect of loan account, types of collateral and their characteristics, different modes of charging security, documentation, NPA stressed assets, important laws related to recovery, contract of indemnity, contract of guarantee and bank guarantee, letters of credit, deferred payment guarantee, law relating to bill finance, personal finance, priority sector, agriculture finance to microfinance institutions, co-lending arrangement with NBFCs, micro, small, medium enterprises, government-sponsored schemes, self-help group. These are the chapters in module B. Now, the certain question I want to ask from you, how many sectors are there in the priority sector? How many sectors are there in the priority sector? 6, 13, 6, 3. No, everybody is giving wrong answer. How many sectors are there in priority sector? So priority sectors are those sectors which according to RBI and Government of India need improvement, need development. Hana? Those sectors have been defined as a priority sector. Vinay sir have given the right answer. There are 8 sectors. Okay, there are 8 sectors. And priority sectors are simply those sectors which need more improvement, more development, and without developing these sectors, we won't be able to develop our country. Hana? That's why the priority sectors have been introduced. Clear? Next. If I talk about a stressed asset, how many types of stressed assets are there? In how many categories they have been divided about the stressed asset? So when we talk about bank's asset is loan and advances. And bank's liability is what? Bank's liability is your public deposit. So deposit are of 2 types, demand deposit, time deposit. Similarly, assets are of 2 types. First, you have standard asset. Second, you have non-performing asset. So under the standard asset, you will find the stressed asset. So how many types are there? 7 or 5? No, actually 3. Special mention accounts, they are known as 0, special mention account 1, and special mention account 2. These are the 3 categories that have been given under the stressed assets. Okay? Apart from that, if I am talking about types of collateral, what are the different types of collateral we have? What are the different types of collaterals we have? Yes, SMA 0, 1 and 2. Correct, Hari sir. Now let me know what are the different types of collateral we have. Collateral means security. What kind of securities you have? Like whenever you are taking a loan, whenever customer takes loan, the customer have to give the certain security to the bank. So what type of securities are there? Okay, so you have heard about pledge, hypothecation, mortgage. These are the collaterals you are talking about. It's not like we have to talk about the name of the property, like car can be given, car can be given, house can be given as a collateral. No. Pledge, hypothecation, mortgage, lien, these are the types of collateral we have. And they have a different modes of charging security as well that we have to cover. Apart from that, also let me know what are the laws which is related to recovery of dues. What are the laws that is related to recovery of dues? Let me know. Laws related to recovery of dues. Like example, one or two. If you do not know, just write don't know. We do not have to waste our time. If you do not know the answer, just write don't know. I will tell you and we will move forward. Abdul sir, if you are still watching on YouTube, I would say that do drop a mail to the support at the ID that by mistake you have purchased the bilingual batch and you want to convert that to the English medium batch. Hai Just drop a mail to the support at the ID. They will do it there by themselves. Hai Just drop a mail to them. Okay. So when we talk about the recovery dues law, like we have Sarfasi Act, we have DRT, Debt Recovery Tribunal, we have Debt Recovery Appellate Tribunal, we have National Company Law Tribunal, we have National Company Appellate Tribunal. Okay, we have IBC, Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. So all these are the laws which talks about, Lok Adalat is also there, which talks about how the recovery of loan can be done, recovery of dues can be done. So this is all about your module B, and A and B module ends at 41st unit. Okay, Acha, how many members should be there in the self-help groups? How many members should be there in the self-help groups? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 100. How many members? Correct. 10 to 20 members are required. How many members? 10 to 20. No, 4 to 5, no. 10 to 20 members in general required under the self-help group. But there are exceptional cases. In hill states, or in the areas where more, we can say, tribal population is there, or not a well-developed areas, there self-help groups can be created with a minimum 5 members. Otherwise, 10 to 20 people should be there. Okay. Let's continue to the module C. Module C only talk about the technology. So you can see here, essential of bank computerization, operational aspect of CBS. What is the full form of CBS? What's the full form of CBS? Let me know. Apart from that, alternate delivery channels, digital banking, data communication network and electronic fund transfer, digital payment system, NPCI, impact of technology adoption, trends in banking technology, security consideration and mitigation measures in bank, operational aspect of cyber crimes, fraud risk management in cyber tech, technology trends in banking, e-rupee, fintech, regtech, subtech, hashtag, banking, etc. So these are the chapters in module C. So you can see it's a very small unit. It's a very small module actually. That's totally talk about the bank's technology. Like when we started or when we have done bank computerization, the bank computerization made the life of customer as well as banker very easy. It made their life very easy. Why we can say that? Because when we talk about the banks, whenever we talk about the banks, now I do not have to visit the bank branch. I have virtual banking, which helps me that while I am at office or at my home or while I am traveling, I can do fund transfer. Okay, I can simply check my balance. Okay, I can simply check payment have been done or not. And whenever I want, whatever I want, without visiting a bank branch, I can perform the banking transaction. If I want to deposit the money, I do not have to go to the bank and stand in the queue and then fill the deposit form and then I will be able to deposit money. No, I can simply go to the cash deposit machine and deposit money from there. If I want to withdraw, I can go to the ATM. I do not have to visit the bank branch. If I want to transfer money to someone else, again, I can do it by myself. So this virtual banking have been introduced because there was a computerization in the banking system. So it actually made the life of bankers as well as the customers very easy. Apart from that, if we talk about NPCI, this full form I have asked. CBS stand for, and you guys are saying core banking solution. That's very true. So core banking solution is a technology that was introduced for providing all the services, है ना? For providing all the services to the customer at any location. Like what used to happen earlier, if I want to take the certain number of services and I visited my bank branch, I visited any bank, any branch of my bank, and I said that I want this service. So earlier they used to tell me, like, for this service, you have to visit your home branch. And what should I do? I am living in Gurugram. My home is in Rajasthan. It's not possible for me right now to go Rajasthan and do my to perform my banking services. So it used to be very inconvenient for the people, because it's very obvious your hometown is at other place, and for the job and other purpose you have shifted to the another location. So how it's possible again and again I am going to my home branch? Not possible. Then I have to give the request to change my home branch. Or let's say if I left Gurugram after 2 months and living in the another city, again I have to do the same thing. So the solution is there. What is the solution? This core banking solution. It created a central server. It's created a central host with which all the branches of the bank will be linked. Now you can go to any branch of a bank and you can perform your services. You can take your services, you can have the services of banking. And that's what the CBS have done. So CBS stands for core banking solution, and the core in the CBS stand for centralized online real-time exchange. Okay. Now NPCI, it's an umbrella organization. NPCI is what? Umbrella organization, and Rajesh sir have given us the full form, National Payment Corporation of India. NPCI is an umbrella organization created or established by RBI and Indian Bank Association. The NPCI performs or supervise all the retail payment system in our country. It has introduced a lot of product and services that again make the life easy. Like we have National Financial Switch, National Automated Clearing House, the well absorbed application that is UPI. UPI is well loved, or I can say absorbed facility that NPCI have introduced. Then we also have BHIM. We also have BBPS, Bharat Bill Payment Service. Okay. Then IMPS is also there. Aadhaar enabled bank account, Aadhaar enabled bank account, Aadhaar enabled bridge system. You have CTS check truncation system. You have RuPay card. All these services was introduced by whom? It was introduced by NPCI. So these services are part of NPCI, and again NPCI is an umbrella organization because it covers all the retail payment system of your country. That's why it's known as an umbrella organization. But yes, one more important update is this. Like, this is a kind of reform in the banking sector. Not happened yet, but it has been proposed by RBI. So RBI says NPCI have a monopoly in the economy. And it is true. NPCI do have a monopoly in the retail payment system because NPCI is managing everything. So now there is a kind of thing. It can be happen in the future. It can happen in the future. Like NPCI will actually using that monopoly in a negative sense. So RBI said, no, we have to create competition of NPCI now. And to create the competition of NPCI, RBI have introduced the new umbrella entity. It have not been developed yet, but yes, RBI started taking application, but none of the application have been approved yet. So now RBI says NPCI have monopoly, and it is true, it have monopoly. But to stop this monopoly, RBI is finding out the certain substitution. So this is what we have to discuss in the module C. Now module D. It's a very small chapter, and trust me, it's very interesting chapter. Actually, in module D, it's nothing, it's not a kind of topic, or it's not a kind of module in which you have to understand the terminology. Like if you are reading CRR, you have to understand what CRR is. You have to understand what promissory note is, what CTS is, what NACH is, what NFS is. All these terms have the different functions. So about all the terminologies in module A, B, and C, you have to learn like what this terminology is doing. What is the function of this function? What is the function of this terminology? But when it comes to the module D, it's a very good module, and it's a study about words. It's not a study about the concept. It's a study about the words. Like if I give you a very basic example, you have 3 words: honesty, integrity. So let's say, and probity. These are the three basic words, है ना? And actually, if you search these words, you will find that they are almost same. है ना? They are almost same. If you read about these words or something, you will find that these are the topics or these are the terms which are almost same. Somehow they talk about the same thing. है ना? But when you read these terminologies or these terms in ethics, their meaning will definitely change. So honesty means you are being true. So let's say, for example, if I am saying you are an honest banker, it means you follow the rules. Hana, you follow the code of conduct, you follow the rule book, you follow the KRA of yours that the bank has given to you. That's your honesty. Let's say I am a banker and I am doing my work on a bank, in a bank, and the certain customer came to me and asking to check that he or she is eligible for the mudra loan or not. Okay, and I have checked his or her profile and business and all the thing, and I said, no, you are not eligible to get the mudra loan. So that person has offered me something like obviously bribe, and I rejected that. That's my honesty. So because I know this is wrong and I do not want to do that because it's wrong, it's against the law, it's against the rules, and I said no to accept that bribe. That's my honesty. Okay, you have done that for one time, that's your honesty. When this kind of nature you build in yourself, that's your integrity. Like every time, every time if somebody, like when I was in a bank and I see other people are also in the bank, so I said, no, this is not happening, you are doing this wrong, don't do this again, otherwise I complain about you. And I rejected that proposal and was doing my own work. But let's say the same person meet to me in outside the bank or somewhere else, and then I accept this. So that means I am not honest, है ना? But this nature of being honest, following the rules, not doing anything wrong, when you adopt this, है ना, in your behavior, that's your integrity. Like this person is the person of integrity, we say. It means the person will do always right thing. Okay, that's the integrity. Now, probity is also the same. Probity means when you have strong moral principles. Hana, like you have a strong moral principle, that's your probity. Like it's very obvious, no? If you have moral principles, it means strong moral principles you have, it means you are doing right. You are going according to the law, you are doing the right thing always, that's your strong moral principles are saying. So what is the difference? Probity will be used in context of institution. Okay, it will be used as in context to the institution. Let's say, for example, Adda 24/7 is there. Hana, this is a company and we have a finance department. Every company have finance department. So let's say I am the head of finance department. Okay, and from last 10 years, I am working in a company as a head of the finance department. And from the last 10 years, I have not done any kind of what I can say. I have provided the record of at least of 1 rupee even, Hana, in the last 10 years. If I have spent 1 rupee on purchasing a chocolate for a particular teacher's child, I have reported that in my books, Hana, in my accounts. Then it can be said that this person, the finance head of Adda 24/7, is the person of probity. Like he is very much institutionally honest person, Hana, like not doing anything wrong. When we talk about the institution, that's the probity. So you can see all the three things. If in general you talk about, it means you're doing your work with honesty. All the three things means the same. But when you study them in the ethics, their elaboration will be changed, Hana? And that's what the ethics is. So you will find it interesting. You have to understand the words here. I guess you got. Acha. Let me know the difference between the three terms is clear. So this kind of statements. So you have to understand here the words actually. Like what is business ethics? Ethics and business ethics. Hana, like in general, what is ethics? This is the moral principle of yours. What your business ethics? Business ethics means the code of conduct, let's say. Hana, the Adda 24/7 has given me, has sent me a mail. Ma'am, this is your KRA. This is your key responsibility area. And with the key responsibility area, they also have given this is the code of conduct of a company. It means the certain rules are there that company have set. Like, for example, it is written, you cannot share the internal information of a company with other company's employee or something else, let's say, for example, or from the person who do not belongs to the company. You cannot share internal information. Let's say, obviously, if I am the employee of the company, I know when company will be introducing maximum discount. I know, like for example, when the company will be giving the more offers. Okay, so I know everything about the company because I am working in a company. So because I am the part of a company, I know certain internal information. So in the business ethics, it have been defined. You cannot share this information with the other person. And that is business ethics. Hana? Like if you are doing business, you should do it right. Hana? So the employees have to follow that. The bank integrated perspective, the ethics at individual level, ethics at dimension employees, work ethics, workplace, banking ethics, like changing dynamics, etc. This is we have to study. Okay. This is we have to study in the module D. So I guess you have seen all the module syllabus. And this is the syllabus we have talked about. Let me know the syllabus is clear to all of you. So the huge syllabus of PPB is there. So I want each and everyone to be with me when we clear this subject, because it will need more time to clear. Cover the syllabus. And I am not going to just let you know this is the heading, this is the meaning, that's it. No, I will going to be discussing with all of you each and every topic line by line. Because what they do, they will give you a question, which of the following is correct? Anna, which of the following statement are correct? About check truncation system, let's say, for example. And what IIBF is doing, it just take 1 or 2 paragraph from your book and make the statement out of this. Okay, the 2 paragraph of yours have been divided into 4 statement by IIBF. Okay, this is the same paragraph that is in the book of yours. Now, what the IIBF will do, the certain words have been changed. Okay, in comparison, like in the book, section 6 was written, but what IIBF have done, section 7 have been done. Like a very minor changes can be done on the statement. And out of that, you will get option number A, B, C, and D, and you have to answer which of the following is correct about the CTA. So very minor changes they are doing on the detailed content of your book, and that's why you have to cover it in very detail. No, this is not a Sankalp batch. That's a resolution batch. नैन्सी मैम, ये रेजोल्यूशन बैच है, ये बाइलिंगुअल बैच नहीं है. शपथ बैच आपका पीपीबी स्टार्ट होगा 23rd जनवरी से. ठीक है, दिस इज रेजोल्यूशन बैच, इंग्लिश मीडियम के लिए है ये. So let's move. Now, if we talk about the strategy, what is required to clear your paper in the first attempt? First, know your exam, like how much passing marks are there, etc., etc. How many credits are available, how many attempts are available, what have to be scored, etc. Then know your syllabus. You have to understand your syllabus. So like we have discussed, this is module A, B, C, and D. This is how you have to know your syllabus. Do check your syllabus. Like you are working in a bank, so you know what importance KYC have. Know your customer. Without taking KYC, you cannot make any legal contract relationship with the customer. And the same thing happens here. Without knowing your syllabus, you cannot make that link with your subject. So to make a link with your subject, you have to have the syllabus. You have to know the syllabus. Now make a proper study plan. Why study plan is important? Hana, why study plans are important? Because 55 units are there. In single unit, you will find 10 to 15 subtopics are there. So if you do not make a study plan, you just started from the module A, first unit, banker-customer relationship, and you start reading in the same sequence. After completing 2 months of preparation, you will find out you are only on the first module. You are only completed A module after 2 months, because actually the module A have a lot of syllabus. And that will definitely take 1.5 months to clear, Hana, if you are reading by yourself and with the conceptual understanding and all. So you have to allocate the time period. है ना, you have to be having the smart, have to do the smart work, like give proper timing to the modules. Module A, B, C or D this time have to be allocated. Okay, because after that you have to do the revision also. If you are not doing, trust me, if you are not doing revision in PPB and IEIFS, these are the two subjects which I am going to take. And because I know these subjects very well, that's why I'm saying this statement. If you have not done revision, you won't be able to clear the paper. The reason behind it, a lot of concepts are there, a lot of subtopics are there, and the paper will be in very depth. The language will be tricky. Definitely the language will be tricky. And if you do not revise, because of the lack of revision, you get confused between one or two options. And in that situation, it's hard to clear the paper. So do make sure you clear the subject, cover the subject with a conceptual study, and then do revision at least 2 times. Okay. Give mock test. Mock test, you have to give topic wise and full length, and do the evaluation. Why evaluation is required? Because you have to find your own strength and weakness. As I said, paper are very tough. They are asking in very depth, because IIBF just do not want you clear the paper. IIBF want you take that knowledge of the content of your all the 4 subject in your working. That's what they want. If they are giving in module A the AML KYC guidelines in the 4 units, so you can understand what they are expecting. They are expecting your skills will be enhanced. They are expecting your knowledge will be enhanced. And for that, you have to study in depth. And to find out like what topic you are doing good with, or what not, you have to do the self-evaluation and revise regularly. And I keep saying in my classes, do make sure you make one day your revision day. Sunday should be called as a revision day, because on Sunday you won't be having the paid classes. So you get the time to revise the content. So do not study anything new on Sundays. Just do that Sunday is my revision day. That's it. Now, first of all, after knowing your syllabus, gather the resources, very important. Focus on conceptual understanding, do the detailed study. If you just want, like you will get important questions and you will be able to clear the paper, not possible. Important questions are not going to work. It used to work till 2014-15 when we started, when I started teaching in the JAIIB vertical. Earlier, the Macmillan books used to come. That was the MCQ books. Bankers used to read that books for 1 week and they got 70+ marks in the paper. Because at that time, paper used to be very simple. And the syllabus was also very small. But now it's not possible. So do the conceptual study and detailed study. Make proper schedule for revision, as I have told you. Topic wise and full length mock test you have to attempt. This is very much important. Okay. Now, apart from that, the most important thing is that you are doing revision, but make sure you be linked with your mentors with the help of Telegram channels or on the Adda 24/7 application community. You can drop your messages, you can drop your questions, and the mentors can check that and they can answer that question. So make sure you are doing conceptual studying, you are doing revision, you are giving topic-wise tests, you are giving full-length mock test. But at the time when you are doing all these things, some doubts will be there, like that you won't be able to clear in the class. So make sure you clear your doubt weekly. Like write down the topic, this is doubt, and take 1 day in the class, ask your mentor, this is my doubt. Or if you if on the Telegram you can ask on the Telegram app, tag your mentor and ask that this is my question. Okay, and apart from that, final marathon classes will be there. And if you guys are from Mahapack, if you guys are from JAIIB Mahapack, so you will be getting the mini and Maha marathons both. And these mini and Maha marathons will be different from which goes on YouTube 1 day before your exam. So YouTube marathon is different. That will happen only 1 day before your paper. But these mini and Maha marathons, this will only be available for the Mahapack students. Okay, not an only resolution batch. This is for the Mahapack student. So now you can see you have topic-wise tests. Every topic have at least 20 to 25 questions. Then you have full-length mock test. Every mock test will have 100 question of one subject. Okay, one mock test have one subject, So 100 mock test, 100 questions are there. Then the mini marathon classes will have 100 questions. The Maha marathon will have more than that. And the marathon that will be happening on YouTube, they will be different. And when you are having a concept clearance classes every day, then you also practice certain questions. Now, after doing this much, is it possible that somehow we won't be able to get the marks? We will get the marks, but just you have to follow what your mentors are saying, है ना? Do not go behind, like you are keep looking for a content, you are keep doing R&D, like from where I can find the PDF, from where I can do this revision or something else. Don't do that. Just follow one platform and follow it very carefully, है ना? Each and every step that will be told by your mentor, you have to do that, है ना? Follow just that. So this was all about the basic of your subject. What should be done? How should be done? Let me know. Is it any doubt in today's session? Shine, sir, I will inform you about this in the next class. Hana, I have to check the dates. I do not remember the dates right now, but I will let you know the dates. Achha, apart from that, for the PPB subject and IEIFS subject, one more additional thing is there that I give by myself to the students, that is summary sheet. So I have created summary sheets for PPB and IEIFS subject of yours, and these summary sheets are actually very helpful, and this is the feedback I got from the bankers, that ma'am, we have just read your summary sheet and it was very good. So this summary sheet I will be providing you once we have completed module. Let's say module A completed, I will give you one summary sheet. Module B completed, module B summary sheet will be available. Same with the C and D. After completing one module, not topic wise, module wise summary sheet I will be providing you. And this summary sheet will help you in the quick revision. Why I am saying it is good for the quick revision? Because it's not a kind of summary sheet that will explain the concept. It just made you memorize the content, Hana. And if you have 1000 pages of book for PPB, it will summarize within 200, I can say, or within 300. That I have to check how many pages are there. So, but yes, the content I have summarized here is actually what after in the last certain years I started teaching the JAIIB. I have got the idea of how the paper have been asked, after getting the analysis or feedback from the bankers only. So this summary sheet will be utilized for the quick revision always. Do not have this in your mind, just I am going to read the quick revision sheets and this is sufficient. No, conceptual detailed study is important. Now this is all for today. Now those people who are watching us on YouTube, I want to share some information with all of you. Like we have started resolution batch. In this batch, on 10th of January, we have started AFM. On 13th of January, it means today, we have started our PPB. Okay, so today it was the orientation class. The next class will be on 16th. That will be your 16th of January. That will be your first demo. Okay, that will be your first demo and it will also be available on YouTube. After 16th, no YouTube sessions will be available of this class. And also right now, discount is going on 80% plus the double validity on the Mahapack, and 80% discount is available if you want to go with the resolution batch. Clear? Now, how to avail this offer? For that, you have to first download the 24/7 application, download application. And once you go to the application, just find out the exam category. Okay, let's say this is the exam category. So go to the JAIIB CIB section here, then go to the JAIIB May 2024. When you click on view all the batches will be in front of you, like double validity, Shapat batch, that's for bilingual, resolution batch, that's for English medium, all the batches are available. Now on the Mahapack, you have double validity and the resolution batch have 80% discount. Now, whenever you find the double validity on the Mahapack, this is the right time to enroll in, because, what is the difference? In resolution batch, you will get conceptual classes, class PDFs, ebooks, topic-wise test, full-length mock test. The same thing will be available in the Mahapack. Plus, what are the additional benefit? Plus, additional here in the Mahapack, you will get mini and Maha marathons. Second, In the Mahapack, you will get all the upcoming batches enrolled, like the revision batch, the case study batch. If these batches are going to start after the certain period, because revision batch gives you the overall like gist of your subject, है ना? So these batches will already be enrolled in your account. You do not have to again and again buy the batches. So once you enroll in the Mahapack for 1 year, you do not have to do anything. This is what everything will be covering. Okay, so how to enroll in any of the batch? The process is same. Just click on the batch, do check the offering, do check the validity, click on the buy now option, and if you want more than 77% discount, you can use the code Y496. Once you use it, you will find 79% discount here, but I talked about 80%. So 1% additional discount will be available if you purchase from the application and use the coins. So 1 year validity, 80% discount by using the code Y496. You can enroll in the Mahapack 2.0. And if you want to go with the resolution batch, the same process is there. Click on the batch, do check the offerings. If you want a study plan, it have been updated already. This is the study plan. Click here like AFM and your PPB. These two subjects have been started. So AFM and PPB, both study plan are already updated. So this is your AFM. Niharika ma'am started this on 10th of January. You can download this study plan. Okay, then if we talk about PPB, I am starting today. What happened? The PPB. Yeah, so I am starting from 13th of January and this is your study plan of PPB. Okay, so you can see module wise, I have defined like which module, when it will be started. So we will start from A, then B, then C, then D, and then we will do the C module. Okay, so this is how we will be covering your subject. And the process is same. Click on the buy now option, enter a code here, Y496, and apply. And 1% additional discount will be available. What happened? 1% discount will be available if you purchase from the application. Okay, so this is all for today. If you still have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. And the next class we will be having on 16th at the same time, 8 to 9 p.m. Okay, so that's all for today. Let's end the session here. And thank you all for joining the session. See you all in the next class.